Hello, I'm Dudley Harris. I'm going to show you how I would like for you to do refractions here in this office. In the past, I made all the technicians use a retinoscope in order to get the starting point for this subjective refraction. This is a difficult instrument to use, but I felt it was the most accurate we had at the time. I would not allow the technician to dial in the old glasses and start with that as a starting point for the refraction. So we have it very easy now, having an autorefractor, which is extremely accurate, as a starting point for our refraction. So what I want you to do is you get the autorefractor readout, and that is what you dial into the 4-octave. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I want you to do the subjective refraction. Okay, we're going to get started with the Rachel's refraction here. So I have her autorefraction already here, and it's minus a quarter, so minus a quarter, axis 98, and left eye is plus a quarter, minus a quarter, axis 100. Okay, so now I put up the, let's see if I can, yeah, okay. So I put up the 2040 or 2050 line, and what I say is, read those letters as best you can.
EGNU 5.
Okay, very good. Okay, then I close the left eye. Can you still read those letters?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now just look at those letters. Are they better like this number 1 or this number 2?
2.
Okay. Better number 3 or number 4, or about the same?
Oh, 4 is better.
4 is better. Okay. Now we're going to check the cylinder. And the autorefractor is very good, but you still have to use the Jackson cross cylinder because that gives the patient a clearer distinction between number 1 and number 2. It helps them to make a decision. So use the Jackson cross. So we're going to first of all check the axis of the cylinder. You better 1 or better 2?
2.
Okay, so we always go toward the minus. So she likes 2, so we go toward the minus. Okay, better 3 or better 4?
4.
4, okay, a little more toward the minus. Better 5 or better 6?
The same.
About the same, okay. Now we're going to check the power of the cylinder. Okay, better 1 or better 2? Or about the same?
About the same.
About the same, okay. Now read those as best you can.
EGNU 5.
Okay, now what I would do is put up the, I would work on down until I put up the 2020 line. And so that I would say, read those as best you can. And if she read the 2020 line, then I would add a half of cylinder and say, is that blurred?
Yes.
And she would say yes. Okay, so then that is the refraction for the right eye. So now I'm going to close the right eye and open the left. And I'm going to say, read those letters as best you can.
EGNU 5.
Okay, better 1 or better 2?
2.
Okay, so you always start out by adding a diopter, a half a diopter or plus. Okay, so she didn't want that, so we go back. Okay, better 3 or better 4?
3.
About the same, 3. Better 5 or better 6? Or about the
6.
same. Okay.
6.
All right. Now we're going to check the cylinder. Better 1 or better 2?
2.
3 or 4?
The same.
Okay. Better 5 or better 6? Or about the same?
6 is better.
Okay. 7 or 8?
7.
7, okay. So she first took away a half of the, took away a quarter of minus, and then she wanted it back. So in general, you give the least cylinder power possible. but since that's only a quarter, I'll leave in a quarter. But in general, if the patient says it's about the same, then you would choose the less power of the cylinder. Okay, so now then I would put up the 2020 line and say read those as best you can. She read 2020. I would blur it with a half diopter or plus, just to be sure. Now if I put in a half diopter or plus and she said she still read 2020, then I'd put in another half a plus until it got blurred, because you want to push as much plus as you can to get the correct prescription. So it's 2020 with the most plus you can possibly push, and that is the proper prescription. If you give them too much minus, then they are having to accommodate, and then they get a headache and bring the glasses back and all that problem. So you want to push the plus and minimize the cylinder, and that's the way I would like you to do your refractions. Thank you very much.